North of the Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the New York Giants. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at the Eagles. They've got to be thinking, hey, we've got a good chance to be successful here running the football.
No doubt about that, because that has to be their mindset. It should be their mindset. This is one of the better rushing offenses in the league, and they're squaring off against a team that's not at all strong on the other side of the ball. So this could be one where we see this offense try to impose their will through the trenches, and in fact, they should.
Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Taken in at the 3. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. To throw, Kaepernick. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. These two teams have met earlier in the season in Philly with the Eagles winning that ball game. So they're trying to win here in Philadelphia to capture the season series. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. But what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
On 1st and 10, here's Kaepernick. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Now Saquon Barkley, a man who played collegiately here in the Keystone State. The numbers for him from a week ago: 18 carries, 64 yards, and a touchdown.
Has 9 rushing touchdowns on the season, so a lot of credit has to go to the rest of the offense, because you know those big guys up front are doing work. But now the goal is to get to 10. And don't for a second think that the defense doesn't know that. They'd like to do their best to keep him at the end zone in this one.
Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. For the first time, we get our look here at the Eagles offense and Jalen Hurts, the second-year quarterback out of Oklahoma.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stand an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. These two teams getting a couple of late-season tilts this year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in Week 12. And it was the Eagles who got the win on the road, so now they look to finish off the sweep here in Philly.
They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here's Hurts to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's caught. Way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there for Philly. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. Locates Hardman for another catch. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A timeout here as we got a player shaken up, and that's Johnson who's down on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. They'll run with Sanders. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The numbers for Sanders last week, pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Hurts. Flush to his right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. With his 12th touchdown on the ground, his 15th overall. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. As the Giants head back out there, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Here's Kaepernick to throw. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. Touchdown, Giants! Evan Ingram, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Gano the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. Pretty clean and simple there, just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. This will be brought out from the middle of... Now a hit and a loose football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants. Touchdown. Gano now to add the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Eluding the pressure right. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
When you run into slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Forced out to his left. This is Smith with a grab. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a 1st down.
He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession. After 17-7 the score on EA Sports. They'll roll him out right. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown Eagles. Dallas Goedert hit his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The possession switching back to the New York Giants.
And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Tanner Muse there defensively. 2nd and 7.
Kaepernick going to throw.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
They find some open field here. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Kaepernick now on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now a man open down the middle of the field. Now the ball comes loose. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Flushed out right. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And he's brought down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he'll go down at the 28.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Hurts throw taken in by Watkins here. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Play action. Here's Hurts. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away inside the 5-yard line.
They go play action with Hurts. Rolling to his right. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goedert, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front. Elliott good with a PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game. after the touchdown. Here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. New York ready to go again offensively. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. He dumps it off to Barkley. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. I've worked with you long enough now to know you like that decision. Go safe, pressure coming, hit your guy underneath.
It's an excellent decision, but he knew it came with consequences, and that's him getting hit on the play, but able to dump it to his running back and gain some yardage. I liked everything about it, especially his ability to stay in the pocket and execute.
And Ingram hauls it in. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down is Kaepernick. Looking for Shepard deep. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
What's he talking about, ref?
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Again, they'll throw with Kaepernick. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Going right side, he finds Slayton. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On play action, it's Kaepernick. And his pass incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. His throw incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. If you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Javon Hargrave in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot him? They say just outside the 20-yard. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. First throw there taken in by Smith. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers. as much as they play in the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. That one will be incomplete. He caught it but could not stay in bounds for the long connection.
Certainly no. Lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Here's Jackson. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Giants offense at the line ready to begin their next drive. On 1st and 10, here's Kaepernick. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. A final shot before half for Kaepernick. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get 1 step. If you're within 1 step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that looks like an extra step was involved.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. So that would have been something from... All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Yeah, Coach, certainly no shortage of action in those first 2 quarters. Definitely got to work on my touchdown calls, so we'll see how much voice I have left for the second half here. From the 6.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. And Hurts able to show off some of that elusiveness as he slides to the ground there, and in the process picks up the 1st down. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jacob Harris with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. There he goes, right side. He's at the 30. 10, 5, touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there, good pass, hit the hands, he just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
On 2nd and 10, Hurts got his man complete over the middle. It's Harris, and they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the draw, it's Pollard. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
One, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Julian Love. And the Giants are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Let's see. I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted.
Oh, trying to fit it into Shepard, but it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts.
He'll buy some time right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Now a give here to Pollard. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
A good push there from that offensive line as Sanders able to take that forward for a gain of about 6 on 1st down.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Flush to his right. And this is caught by Watkins. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 32-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
On second down now, it's Sanders. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard down at the 31. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's Hurts to throw.
It's caught. Smith. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be fourth down. They'll run for it with Pollard. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Eluding the pressure right, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts with now his second touchdown of this third quarter. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. Elliott good with a PAT, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Throwing deep for Galladay. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And he'll get this inside of Philly's 20 before being taken down. A big play there for the Giants. One of the good things about throwing it in his direction, he usually has the size advantage on those two-man catches.
And what I like about his game is that he carries himself at his full height. He understands it's an advantage and uses it at every opportunity.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
A handoff to Barkley. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. Open man right side is Ingram. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
This size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now Kaepernick, gotta have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, with about 95% chance.
Oh, yeah, I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
Yeah, knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
And this is going to be an Eagles 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run with Pollard. A beautiful fake. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
58 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Sanders. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Oh, the sneak, it's Hurts.
And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Jalen Hurts keeping it himself from a yard out.
And the Eagles stretch this 4th quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. On 1st down, Kaepernick. Throw left side, taken in by Galladay. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Kaepernick going to throw. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Now, Kaepernick again. Kaepernick hit. Fumble. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. 20, 10. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it to the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that will bump the lead up to 26. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
Taken in at the 3. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. There's the first NFL catch for Kadarius Toney.
And all the way down to the 35. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. To Barkley on the check down. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it's a 2nd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do, and that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup with someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.